How are you doing, everyone? It's me, TheDomotaku, here today to talk about the next episode of March Comes Like a Lion, or 3 Gatsu no Lion, the shorter version, episode 5. So, I'm kind of out of breath here because I have to redo this recording like 5 times, but bear with me, guys. So, chapter 9 and 10, my goodness, this episode brought some pretty up there things, I must say. So, you learn a lot of emotional feel stuff in the first chapter, and then in the second chapter, it's just like, I don't know, there's just so much dark stuff with Rei's past and whatnot, and it's just like, I sort of feel like we know about Rei, at the same time we don't, as every single episode comes up and like explaining part of Rei's backstory. So it's like, it's on and off, but it's pretty exciting. So chapter 9 features Rei picking up Momo from kindergarten because there is no one to pick her up, and they just needed a favor. So Rei goes to pick her up. They have a small altercation with a dog that causes Momo to become injured. So then Rei takes care of Momo in the house, and then he has some flashbacks. Flashbacks of his parents, the accident, and his loss of his parents, and his little sister. So I don't know if that fact was disclosed back in the previous episodes, but Rei had a little sister, and when I learned that fact, I was just like, oh my goodness, Rei had a little sister. Did I just say that 3 times in a row? Anyways, yeah, I was excuse me. I was super shocked to hear that. I was like, wait, Rei had a little sister, also died in the accident with his parents. It's like, my goodness, this guy has lost too much. It's too much. I was like, dang, it sucks. And then, like, you know, he have Momo there just reminding him about, like, you know, his little sister. And then, you know, he's like a little sad about it. He starts crying. I was like, this is so sad. It's like, I didn't know he had a little sister. And then he has like a little flashback of Rei in the hospital, like holding the hand of his little sister in the hospital bed with his parents. It's just like, my goodness, this series, like, it's pretty feely right now. Like, playing with my emotions right now. So that was a pretty feels episode. So it was just a reminder, or like, I guess the introduction, because I had no clue that Rei had a little sister in his family. So there was that. Then chapter 10 continues where Rei's like sewing up one of his shirts or his clothing, and then it's like a whole flashback of him after the accident and him being put into a new family. So at Rei's funeral, it was terrible because all the family members were just wondering, it's like, oh, we'll put Rei in a good orphanage, and then let's go talk about the inheritance of the family hospital, the family business, or blah 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 blah. It's like, these people, really? Like, these people, like, this kid just lost his family. These are your family members, your blood relatives. He just lost his whole family, and you're talking about all these things. Like, you're not gonna, like, care for him? You're just gonna put him in an orphanage? It's like, that's so effed up. And, like, you have, like, 2 family sides, like, just conflict to each other. And then you have, Rei's adoptive father come in, or his role model, because this was one of his dad's friends who played shogi. He comes up to him and asks him, like, hey, do you like shogi? And then, like, eventually he takes Rei under his household on the contract that he plays shogi, and he's going to try to become a professional shogi player. At first, you know, Rei's like, no, I don't really like shogi, but, you know, he's like, he just needed a way out, and this was his way out. So in this Rei's new household with his dad's friend, he has 2 children, the oldest sister, and then you have a younger boy who's the same age as Rei, and they all play shogi. They're all competing to play shogi. It's a super heavily shogi family, and must I say, this family, I don't know if it's just like the shogi thing, but like, seriously, they're like, it's so really with this family, because you have all 3 of these kids involving Rei going to become shogi players, right? You have the eldest sister, who is like pretty violent and like freaking like will hit Rei just for winning and like unsportsmanship and whatnot. I'm pretty sure they all hate Rei because Rei, as we all know, is a good shogi player and eventually just really learned to become really good with shogi. The kid that was also the same age as Rei could not beat Rei, and then he became a NEET and just stayed in his room and played video games all day. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like, you know, the pressure from his family of him trying to become a shogi player eventually turned him into a NEET and just plays video games all day in his room. And I was like, damn, that's deep, dude. It's like, that's super dark. It's like, what the heck? It's just like stuck in oblivion for all of eternity playing video games. The eldest daughter, you know, wanted to become a shogi player, but then Rei was just unbeatable, so then she took her frustration on him and just like freaking smacked him all the time, and she really just rebelled against her whole family. I believe she's around, she's like just like, you know, being whatever, but they all quit shogi. Rei is the prodigal shogi player of the family, even though he's not related to these people, which is really sad. That father, I don't know if it's just like this whole shogi thing, but like this whole system thing is just like really? Like seriously, you're gonna like denounce your own kids because they won't become shogi players? I don't know how it is, but it's so weird. And then like you have this whole like little animal documentary thing where Rei watches it and he's like, oh, I was this bird that ruined this family and separated it because I was brought into it or something like that. It's like, this is such BS. Like, this is some dark stuff here going on. Like, you know, one could probably say that, yeah, the whole family broke down after Rei joined in the family and was taken in. But it wasn't his fault. He just learned to play shogi and these two couldn't beat him, and like the father was like, how is this all Rei's fault? Rei's been through so much stuff. Like, this isn't his fault. So with all this down now, the episode ended there, yeah. But then I think the girl, the eldest sister, I forget her name, but I think she was the one in the flashback that was like in Rei's apartment all up on him. And I don't know exactly what these two are doing now. So I'm assumingly that the youngest son is the same age as Rei, so he's like in high school or maybe still in NEET. The eldest daughter is 4 years older than Rei, so she's off doing whatever. But my goodness, like we learned so much about Rei this episode, and it's just like, my goodness, has there been so much dark and deep stuff that happened in his life after his family left, or the accident. Oh my god, it's so much stuff there. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you enjoyed this episode, and leave in the comment section below, what do you guys think is all, like, you know, of course we have this backstory for Rei, but I feel that introducing these characters like the eldest sister and like the whole shogi family, I think they're gonna play back into the series later. Like they're gonna come back older and it's like, oh, you still play shogi, Rei? And like they're gonna meet each other after years, and then like, you know, after they separate, it's like, oh, you're still being a shogi player, you took my family role or whatever like that, or something like that. It's really, I don't know, like it's either, for one, these characters are gonna come back soon, or it's just more backstory on Rei and his whole family situation, right? But anyways, guys, leave your thoughts and comments in the comments below, and we'll see you guys on the next week for episode 6. Subscribe for that when the day comes, and we'll talk about episode 6 and see all the dark and deep slice of life emotional feels that come through the episode. And I'll see you guys then. So take care, guys, and matane.